Hi, this is Chris from West Wickham Health and Fitness. We're in Cherie's back garden today. Cherie is a Fat Busters client of mine, and she's kindly allowed me to come into her garden because we're going to talk about hens and how easy it is to keep hens and why Cherie actually keeps the hens, which is really to have her own fresh eggs so she can enjoy the eggs more than the supermarket eggs. So Cherie, just tell me a little bit about actually what these hens are, how much they cost you to purchase, or how you reared them, just a little bit about them.
Well, these are my old hens. They're about, I think they're near enough 6 years old now, and they were quite cheap. They were a brand called Warrens. Personally, I wouldn't keep those again now. Once these ones pop their corks, I will be getting a different type of hen, and in fact I've got two little ones in there that I hatched earlier on this year.
Okay, just having a look. Where's the other little one gone?
Just gone behind the dust.
Right, just having a look at that little one. She's pretty, isn't she?
Yeah, they're both very sweet, and they will start to lay eggs when they're about 18 weeks old. So, and I think they're about 12 weeks old, so quite soon. And these, because they're what we call a hybrid, that means they've kind of been interfered with a bit, and they lay more eggs than your standard hen. But I didn't realise that. That was when I was starting out. I've learnt a lot more now, and so therefore I wouldn't recommend those, but I would recommend having a different type.
Okay, can you show us have your hens laid any eggs this morning?
Have a look.
And how much do you think you would say it costs to actually keep these hens on a weekly basis?
Well, I've got 7 hens, and I think it costs me probably about £1, if that, a week to keep them. So
okay, so it's really cheap.
It's
yeah,
really cheap. Certainly cheaper than, because I get 3 to 4
oh, look
eggs.
at those. Let's have a look at how, God, they're quite big, aren't they?
They
Different
are.
colours. Now, why do you prefer the hen laid eggs rather than supermarket eggs? What is the difference for you?
They taste so much better, and they look better because the yolk is much yellower. And I used to keep hens years ago, and then when we weren't keeping hens and I had to go back to the supermarket eggs, I didn't really like them. And I mean, now, because I'm eating so many eggs with your lovely clean eating, I probably eat, I don't know, 3 or 4 eggs a day by myself.
Yeah.
So I'm having to buy supermarket eggs to supplement, because I haven't got enough at the moment. And so therefore, if I was having an omelette, I would have 2 of my eggs and 1 supermarket. But I couldn't eat I could eat a 3-egg supermarket omelette, but I wouldn't enjoy it
Because the taste is not just so great.
It's just not so good.
So going back to their food, so it's like £1 a week to feed all your hens.
Yeah.
What sort of things do they eat? Can you just talk me through their food?
Yeah, I just buy something that's called mash, which is specifically for laying hens. And so I buy that, and I buy it in a big bag, keep it in a dustbin, and I just feed them once a day with that. And it's just got mixed grain in it, which is pounded down. You can buy pellets and things like that, but hens are a bit greedy and tend to eat more. And then the problem with pellets is that they expand once they're in their stomach, so they actually overeat and waddling around because they're a bit fat.
Right,
so
okay.
they're much better with this stuff. They just graze on it throughout the day. You can see they've got lots of food in there.
Yeah.
They were fed this morning, so they will just pick at it throughout the day.
And you said you change their water, what, once every 2 days?
Yeah, at least once every 2 days.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if the water's empty, I fill it up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, I've got a big.
Yeah, it's a very big enclosure, isn't it?
Enclosure, and they
Yeah.
can get in here as well with the rabbit.
Oh, okay.
And the rabbit does go in there with the hens. They quite like each other.
So they're quite happy living with all sorts of animals, because in this other one here you've got guinea pigs, and as you said earlier, you said you've got ducks or had ducks in here,
ducks in there.
and you've got rabbits
Yeah.
and
That's it. I've just got
Right.
rabbits. The tortoises were in there. The tortoises are in
Ah,
here now.
okay.
They've been moved out. But yeah, I mean, I'm probably not supposed to keep them together, but I do.
It's no
They're
harm,
happy.
is there? They're all happy.
They're all happy. They're all healthy. So yeah, the rabbits moved in with them now. Moved across
Look.
just to prove the point.
Good, lovely. So we've got happy hens in haze.
Happy hens in haze, yes.
So would you recommend that other people keep their hens? Do you find that it is quite a sustainable thing to do?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the initial setup can be quite expensive. I mean, you could have something like this and keep sort of just 2 or 3 hens in that in your
So it's
garden.
like a big rabbit hutch, is
It
that?
is, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, my naughty rabbit has eaten it away.
Right.
There used to be a shelf in there.
Okay.
And that was like where they can lay their eggs, and obviously you can have everything, the water and food and everything in there for them. You can. Well, I've hung mine up.
Yeah.
The reason I've hung it up is because they tend to knock it over.
Oh, okay.
When I started and I had them in here, I used to have it hanging from the ceiling in here, which therefore kept the floor area clear.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you've had your initial costs, but I mean, if you've got an old rabbit hut, excuse my cat.
We've got all the animals arriving in Hayes today, yeah.
Yeah, when if you've got an old rabbit hutch down the garden, you could quite easily even adapt something like that to keep your hens in.
Do we have to be really careful of foxes getting the hens?
People do have problems. I mean, we've double wired this.
Yeah.
I haven't had a problem.
Hadn't had a problem.
I'm amazed because we've got allotments over
Yeah.
there, but no, I haven't had a problem. And I do let them out, but only when I'm here. I wouldn't leave them out
Yeah.
when I'm not here, but I do let all the animals out to come and
Oh, right,
eat
so they...
the grass down.
That's a
and
good
everything
idea.
else. So yes.
But I mean, your hens have got so much space anyway to roam around, haven't they? So it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I mean, a friend of mine's got one of these sort of almost like a pop-up pen, which she just moves around the garden.
Yeah.
And that means, because I mean, chicken poo is very good for your garden.
Is it? So that's another bonus.
Yeah, so you can chuck that on your plants if you're a vegetable grower or whatever. You can use that as well. So.
And you said you also feed your chickens sort of like vegetable
Yeah.
leftovers.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
Pasta,
Spaghetti.
They think is worms. They love that. And as a treat, I do buy them like little worms and things from just the animal supply place.
Okay.
I go to a place called Jack Frost, which is sort of between here and Down Village.
Yeah.
And he stocks absolutely everything, including animal runs, and I mean you can buy hens and things from him as well. He's got absolutely everything. So I get that sort of mealworm and things like that for them.
You are growing, or what's the word? Harvesting.
Yes.
Some baby eggs at the moment.
Yes.
Talk me through that. Where'd you get those from? What's the process?
They came from eBay.
Good old eBay, right?
So they arrived just on Monday. They've gone into my incubator and they'll take about 3 weeks to hatch. At the weekend I've got a special torch, it's called a lamp, and I will be checking them to see if they're growing on or not. And,
Okay.
And then when they emerge, they're a particular breed, they're called leg bars, and the females and the males have different markings, so I'll be able to immediately see if they're females or males.
Okay. Oh, great. All right, because the cockerels obviously make a lot of noise.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have someone who's interested in cockerels.
Oh, that's
so,
fantastic.
so
That's brilliant. So, why do you have to buy these eggs? When will your hens lay their own eggs?
They'll start to lay about 18 weeks, when they're about 18 weeks old.
And could you then harvest those ones?
Not without a cockerel. You need a cockerel.
Oh, okay.
So normally you would have, ideally with this amount of hens,
Yep.
you'd have like one cockerel roaming around, and he would,
Do his act.
and sort them all out.
Yeah.
But my neighbours don't like it.
Yes. Okay. Fair enough.
So
Okay.
'cause they do crow from about 4 o'clock in the morning. in
Oh
summer,
no.
and they
Yeah.
are
Right.
very loud. So no, that's why I have to buy my eggs, because my
Okay.
eggs are not fertile. So when you crack an egg open, and sometimes you see that little dot.
Yes.
That basically means you've got a fertile egg.
Oh, okay.
So so had you popped that in an incubator, it possibly would have
Grown
grown
into a
little
hen.
chick, so-
Right. Okay. Any recipe ideas
Oh, no, you
that
put me
you
on
could use with your eggs?
My favourite
Yeah.
is the banana omelette.
Okay. Tell me how you make that then quickly.
3 eggs, then either 1 large banana or 2 small ones, depending what I've got. Blend it all together and cook it like a pancake.
Okay, and what oil do you use?
Coconut.
Coconut oil, lovely. Thank you very much for inviting me here today to speak about your chickens and your eggs.
You're welcome.
And I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.